Saturday sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Here we go. Here we go.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. There goes a deep ball. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Striking first in any game is very important, but on this stage, the biggest of stages in the Super Bowl, that's huge.
You fully expect the other team to battle all the way through, but when you're the one setting the pace, jumping out in front, that has to feel great for the entire organization.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. What's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play fake. Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
64,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready, set. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go. You draw Porter. Shoot. You got tape. You got 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Now. 53 to Mike. 53, check 53. 65. 68 Alpha. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. We ain't getting up. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got a man, complete. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On play action, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. First down, Murray steps away. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They were trying to go to Brown once again. And it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Towards the end zone for Brown. And Brown's got it for a Bronco touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on third down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll drop the throw. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
2nd and 1. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
61, match box right.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Check your hot read.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Buying time to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposite.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos push further out in front. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kendichi drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with his man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead.
132 fighters. 53. Check 52.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, wahoo!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they will take a knee here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Shrugs him off. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.